A mind fostering desire becomes constricted. And the constricted mind will not allow you to perform your task with full-heartedness. When the desire and obsession are taken away, the mind becomes full, and it becomes a full-hearted application. You are working not because of your desire. You are working because you have a need for work and a potential for work and a scope for work. Do you agree or not? Huh? See, the Institute of Chartered Accountants conduct examination, and depending upon the need of the society, how much people can be consumed, can be absorbed by the society, they regulate the number of people who pass. All professional institutes are doing it. Now, suppose people are passing and the society has no job for it. What will they do? Ram Ram, Ram Ram bolna chahiye. See, we have a certain mind, we have a certain intelligence. This mind and intelligence, they are enriched by education. Sometimes it is professional education. After the education, you become equipped with knowledge. The readiness to work is there. Now, unless there is a scope which the society, the professional or industrial world can give you, will you be able to work at home? So what makes you work is the skill and knowledge that you have gained and the scope and application that are possible. Is it not an alliance between your merit and the society's need or your desire? बोलिए ना, चुप रहते हैं क्यों? You know, there are special communities and sections in our society where the number of girls is more than the number of boys. So many girls remain unmarried. Suppose there comes a stage where men population is far less and women population is double. We will have to pass an enactment that a man can marry 2 girls. Am I talking nonsense or sense? बोलिए ना अच्छी तरह, सोच लीजिए. Why are we mortgaging our intelligence? Let us be very, very clear about it. On the other hand, suppose men population is more and female population is less, then 2 men will have to marry 1 girl. And preferably what happens, brothers marry. And this system was in vogue in Kerala. Now it is extinct. In my young days it was in vogue. I know about Kerala, not the other places. Marriage is optional. Birth we have no control over. That is, the born individual has nothing to do with his birth. And death also to a very large extent is to be accepted, though mortality has reduced and average age of the Indian has increased by our own self-effort. All that I am saying, is it related or unrelated? Huh? So what I want to stress here is avidya kama. Desire comes from a foolish mind. Please don't foster any desire. Increase your resources, mental and intellectual resources, inner resources. Become more merit-oriented, skill-oriented. Acquire such a skill that will be required by the society. What is the field in which I can shine? Where is the field available? An industry is set up, the industrial product comes, they advertise it, institute a system of marketing, representatives, etc. And they are telling people, there is this product, please buy, please buy. If the society is not buying, don't you think the industry will have to close down? Boliye na. Every industry owes its existence to the society, because their products and services are availed of by the society. Unless the society is preserved and stimulated, no industry can survive. So the industrialists must be able to liberally contribute to the preservation of the society in various ways. We have passed a law, CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility. I am very sorry that government had to pass a law. These industries themselves should have recognized this. They get their money, you float a share, and the public buy the share. And then you have your money. What is it that you are saying? If you do something the society cannot consume, cannot avail of, then your product and the factory will have to be closed down. So it is not desire that works, it is need that works. It is scope and possibility that work. If you have a desire, it is wrong. Trees live here, bees live here. The elephant has a much bigger stomach. In Srimad Bhagavata, Krishna quotes python as an example. Poor snake, it has got such a hefty body, it cannot crawl or run. Very slowly it moves. It cannot go and catch hold of the prey. All that it does is, and something comes and enters the mouth. If nothing comes, it will starve. But this python has not become extinct. It has been there upon the earth for millennia. Please answer. How does it survive? Because it cannot go out and catch a prey. This is called ajagara vritti in spirituality. There are people, ascetic people, who practice this ajagara vritti, become like a wild snake, python. They never go in search of food. Whatever comes to them, they accept. Somehow they get. Nobody has starved and died. In the spiritual world, nobody has died with starvation. Somehow our country hosts them, serves them, does everything for them. So please say goodbye to desires today, will you? Huh? See, I am telling you scientifically. I am not telling you I am not telling you piously, devotionally. Why are you desiring? What for? To pursue the desire. And when the object of desire is had, what happens to the desiring mind? The desire becomes extinct. So in the language and plane of the mind, fulfillment of desire means extinction of desire. Why don't you make all desires extinct right from the beginning? बोलिए ना, आपके पास कुछ है टू डिफेंड करने के लिए? हाँ? See, whenever I desire an object and I pursue my effort to get hold of the object, when the object is had, it remains separate from me by my side. But the desire in my mind vanishes. It is this desire that made me pursue the object. That desire has become extinct now. So far as the mind which desires is concerned, what is meant by fulfillment of desire? Dropping of that desire and extinction of the desire in the mind. So all desires when fulfilled, what will happen? The mind will have no desires. Why don't you try for it straight away? Boliye na. This is the call of Vedanta, spirituality. Have you any answer to give? When I read in my pre-sannyasa days in Calcutta, Vedanta means abandonment of three desires. Which are they? Putrayishana, Vittayishana, Lokayishana. The desire for progeny, the desire for wife, the desire for wealth, and the desire for recognition and fame in the world. Vedanta means dispossessing these. Nothing else. So Vedanta is a sadhana taken up by the mind, applied by the intelligence, to enrich the mind, to empower the intelligence, to remain full and contented despite what the world is. Do you like it or dislike it? Huh? देख लीजिए ना, दुनिया में जो कुछ हो, मुझे कुछ नहीं है. You know what is my greatest weapon? My greatest weapon is I have nothing to give nor anything to take. हो गया, इतना ही है. मुझे लेने का नहीं है, देने का भी नहीं है. My dear world, you throw me into any situation. You yourself will have to liberate me from that. I am not interested. Put me to anywhere. I am yours and you are mine. So I am not going to resent and revolt. I will be floating in harmony, whatever comes and goes. I say I am like a football. What? Football. To be kicked this side and that side. Suddenly there is an advancement from team A and it goes into the net of B. After some time B comes up. 2 times it puts it in the net. The Mr. Football does nothing. But all the people are made to delight by the football. Does football get anything in the process, you tell me? But football is inert. But your Swami is sentient. That is the difference. With sentience we will have to be like a football. I am seeing because of my eyes. I am hearing because of ears. I am tasting because of the tongue. I am thinking because of the mind. I am understanding because of the intelligence. I assert because of the ego. These things are not produced by me. In as much as they are not produced by me, how can I own up or disown their actions? So I allow them to work in their own respective ways and I remain a fool of an ass. That is why we are called Paramahamsas. Hamsa means duck. Paramahamsa means big duck. We have to be that. देख लीजिए ना. Avidya kama karmadi pashabandham. All the desire sprouts from ignorance. And this desire goads you to act. And the moment you take up your action, you become bound. Inwardly, when you analyze your activity, the activity is designed by the mind, triggered by the mind, pursued by the mind. The action subsists on the mind. And when the action fruitions or not fruitions, then also it is terminated, it concludes in the mind. You feel it is all physical, but we have to tell you that it is all mental. Do you agree or not? You have come here and you are sitting. After some time you will go back. Your body has come and your body is sitting. Did the body come by itself or the mind decided to come and make it move? And after having gone away, the action of your having come and having sat here, where is it remembered or felt? It is in the mind. Is any action registered in the body? Please understand, mind is the sole focus of your life. Mind is the sole focus of your life. Spend 50 hours on this concept and realize it yourself. Avidya kama karmadi pasha bandham. So what is the bondage that spirituality refers to, which you should rend asunder? It is the bandha, the bondage that the mind produces by desiring. Bandho hi vasana bandho mokshasyad vasana akshaya. Vasishtha tells Sri Rama, bandho hi vasana bandho. Bondage is no other than the bondage in the form of desires. Mokshasyad vasana akshaya. The liberation means vasana akshaya. The decline and extinction of desires. Therefore, what should you do? Vasanam tvam parityajya. Abandon all your desires. Moksha arthitvam apityaja. Oh, Vasanakshaya is moksha. So I want moksha. And therefore, what shall I do? What I should do? I should drop the desires. So, ambitious, aspiring for liberation, drop all desires. thereafter drop the desire for liberation also, then you become liberated. समझते हैं क्या? आप चाहते हैं वो? हाँ? नहीं चाहते ना? वासनाम त्वम परित्यज्य मोक्षार्थित्वम अभित्यजा. Ours is the only land where these supreme statements are made. Aspire to get God. Under that aspiration, drop all other aspirations. When all the others are gone, then drop the aspiration for God also, then you become godly. देख लीजिए ना कितना अच्छा इक्वेशन है. पीपल दौड़ते हैं, कहाँ कहाँ दौड़ते हैं, क्या क्या पकड़ेंगे, क्या क्या कमाएंगे, किसके लिए? छोड़ने के लिए. कोई तो कुछ नहीं ले जाते हैं, सब कुछ यहाँ छोड़कर तो जाते हैं. You have come here to live not possessively but dispossessively. Possess, you can have the whole world. You are already possessing air, possessing earth, possessing water, possessing fire, possessing space. Everything you are possessing. What further will you possess? So drop the possessiveness in your body, be dispossessive and rule the entire world. Rule the entire world. But never feel that the world belongs to me. That feeling should not be there. Avidya kama karmadi pashabandham vimojitum. In order to get free of this pashabandha, the spiritual inner bondage, kashakruyat vinatmanam. Except by you and your own effort, who in this world will be empowered to do it? Kalpa kodi shatairabi. Even hundreds and crores of kalpa, if you make an effort, it will never be possible. Understand the process is inner. The outcome is inner. The disturbance is inner. The bondage is inner. Nothing physical here. Everything is mental. Get into the mind arena and set it right. Be free. The earlier you become free, the better. Sri Rama was made free at the age of 16. Arjuna was made free in his middle age. Parikshit was made free on the last day of his departure from the world. कोई नहीं सुनता, कोई नहीं समझता. अरे खुशी से रहने के लिए ही आध्यात्मिकता, संतुष्टि से आप्लावित होना चाहिए. You cannot imagine the ahlada, the ullasa that you get from within your own heart. With nothing we will be able to smile and laugh. The language of the mind is different from the language of the body. The senses alone want to see, the mind only wants to think. Vedanta vakyeshu sadaramanto bhikshanna matrena cha tushtimantah vishogamandah karane ramantah kaubina vandah khalu bhagyavandah. Vedanta vakyeshu sadaramanto. Shankara has written a Kaubina Panchaka, a Lankoti Panchaka. Have you heard? देख लीजिए ना, यही है हमारी संस्कृति. हमारी संस्कृति पैंट संस्कृति नहीं है, पैंटलून कोट संस्कृति नहीं है, कौबीन संस्कृति है हमारा. वेदांत वाक्येषु सदा रमन्तो, always rejoicing, reveling, exulting in the declarations of the Vedanta. These exhortations, pronouncements, declarations, assessments, findings of the Vedanta, for the intelligence it becomes a delightful knowledge. The intelligence cannot delight on riches. It cannot delight on external possessions. The intelligence can delight only in knowledge. The mind can delight only in poise, peace and contentment. The stomach can delight in food. The stomach can delight in food. Am I saying something right? सुनिए ना अच्छी तरह, क्या बात है, मुझे ये नहीं है वो नहीं है, ये गान, अभाव का गान, छोड़ दीजिए उसको, अपने भीतर को भरिए भरिए। वेदांत वाक्येषु सदा रमन्तो भिक्षान्न मात्रेण च तुष्टिमन्तः। They go around and stand in front of a house and then say, Om Namo Narayanaya. That's all what they say. They don't go and say beg. They behave in a masterly manner. Understand that a bhikshu has come in your front and he needs some food. You may or may not give. Om Namo Narayanaya. Bah! With what a great devotional fervor and submission. The housewife suddenly prepares some good food and gives him. Whether it is tasteful or distasteful, whatever is given, he takes it and goes. Maximum 10 houses he can go to, but not more. Don't expect to be fed from the same house because it's a load to them. So this is a culture. Kutichaka, Bahudaga. Kutichaka, an ascetic who lives in the same hermitage. Bahudaga, who goes to different places and begs for his food. Om Namo Narayanaya. Bhikshanna matrena cha tushtimantaha. Whatever is given by the housewife, he delightfully partakes and goes to the next house if the stomach is not full. Vishogam andhakarane charantaha. Without any grief, without any torment, without any affliction, without any agitation. Vishogam andhakarane, within the body, in the mind sphere of man. Ramantaha. He has all his romance, all his exhilaration, all his rejoicing, all his revelry. Kaha? Bhidar. Bhidar. Bahar nahi. Kaubinavantah khalu bhagyavantaha. The people who wear only a loincloth and they wander about in this world, caring for nothing, seeking nothing, spurning Mahalakshmi to the maximum. They are the most fortunate people and not those who live in the multi-storied mansions. This is our culture. Moolam taro kevalamashrayantaha panidvayam bhoktum amantrayantaha kanthamiva srimapi kutsayantaha kaubinavantah khalu bhagyavantaha. You see, I used to read. I can by heart them very, very fast. So in Calcutta, when I happened to read it first, I used to sing them aloud. In my own room, going to the bathroom, in the bathroom while coming. One day I started picking up a verse, and from the bathroom I started chanting. The pace became very, very low. And simply went on chanting. By the time I reached my room, only a few feet, it was half an hour. सुनिए ना थोड़ा, हमारा मुख किसके लिए? दूसरे को गाली देने के लिए ना। चिट, क्या बात है। अच्छी तरह गाइए। मूलम तरो केवलमाश्रयन्तः. For their rest, they only need the bottom of trees, widely spread out trees with branches and leaves. They go and recline. Moolam taro kevalamashrayantaha panidvayam bhoktum amantrayantaha. They don't have even a vessel to beg for food. They only show their hands. Kanthamiva srimapi kutsayantaha. Goddess Mahalakshmi, they kick like a torn piece of cloth. Suniye na. Where is this kind of a concept discussed, expressed and presented? The writer is feeling so full in his mind that he says, you Mahalakshmi, not for me, you go anywhere you want. I will kick you and spurn you if you come to grace me. I don't want you. Money is for external things. Internal wealth is contentment, fullness, fullness, abundance. I am a seeker of inner affluence, not Mahalakshmi, external gold and riches. I don't want. Kanthamiva Srimapi Kutsayantaha Kaubinavantah Kalu Bhagyavantaha Brahmaksharam Pavanamucharanto Brahmahamasmiti Vibhavayantaha. See? Brahmaksharam Pavanamucharanto. How many times do you chant Omkara in your house? You know that Omkara will purify the whole house atmosphere. The pregnant lady will give birth to a better child. The child will grow to be a better citizen. Fill the atmosphere with Omkara. Brahmaksharam. That is the only Akshara which indicates the supreme reality, Brahman, God, the supreme soul. Pavanamucharanto Brahmahamasmiti Vibhavayantaha. I am that supreme reality. Aham Brahmasmi. I am not the mortal body. My body alone is mortal. My inner presence is immortal. I am unborn, undying, supreme, the only existence. There is nothing to excel me, compete with me, overpower me, overwhelm me. I alone fill everywhere.